How to go from full-time treating to full-time leading your PT practice. Imagine running a thriving PT practice that generates over $1 million in revenue without you treating a single patient. Sound impossible? Well, I'm about to show you exactly how hundreds of PT practice owners are doing exactly that. Hi, my name is Sean Kirk, and I've helped over 500 physical therapy practice owners transition from full-time treating to full-time leading. And if you're feeling trapped in patient care, working 60 plus hours a week, and you're wondering if you'll ever grow your practice above its current plateau, well, this video is for you. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal 3 key strategies that allow you to step out of treatment rooms and into your role as the true practice leader. These aren't just theories. These are battle-tested methods that have helped practice owners just like yours double or even triple their revenue while giving the owner back their time and their freedom. In this video, I'm going to cover how to set rock-solid standards of care that ensure quality and profitability, the exact script to use at your front desk to free up your schedule, the game-changing 5-hour rule that will transform how you run your practice, and more. Now you're probably thinking, my patients only want to see me, or I can't afford to step away from treatment. Look, I hear you. I once thought the same thing, but stick with me and I'll show you why those beliefs are holding you back from the practice and the life that you really want. So you're ready to become the leader for your practice? If so, let's dive in. First thing we want to do is we want to set up your standards of care. The purpose of your standards of care is to guide your company in providing compliant, quality care delivered in a fiscally responsible manner while achieving great clinical outcomes. Step 1 is we need to establish benchmarks. We need to work out the key statistics for each clinician. So here's some benchmarks that I would like you to consider. Your weekly patient visit expectation. Set a realistic but ambitious target for the number of visits each clinician should aim for each week. Work out a hard number after adjusting for maybe a 5% cancellation rate. That would be your patient visit benchmark for your standards of care. You could go with visits per hour if you like for instance 1.5 visits per hour would be equal to 60 visits per week. Next is your arrival rate. Aim for a 95% arrival rate to ensure patient engagement and minimize no-shows. Keep this bar high and figure out how you're going to reach it. Next thing you want to keep is your average patient frequency. Set a goal for the average number of visits per patient per week. We call that the average patient frequency. Ideally, the average patient frequency should be equal or greater than 2.1. 2.1 visits per patient per week. Okay? Still units per visit. Set this appropriately, understanding that we have the rule of 8s and the 8-minute rule to follow. There are opportunities to code more units when you have a non-federally funded plan. So do your homework and set this up correctly. Don't leave money on the table and end up billing everyone like they're a Medicare patient. Next, you look at your visits to discharge. You want to set a goal for the number of visits to discharge, typically somewhere between 12 and 14 for outpatient ortho. You will find when your average patient frequency is at 2.0 or above, you'll have patients who will stick around in physical therapy a little bit longer because there is less patient attrition. So after you've figured out these key statistics for your standards of care, the next step would be to present the standards of care to your staff. So you want to set up a staff meeting to present your standards of care. It's important to present your analysis for the entire team so that they know how the practice is performing against these newly established standards of care. If there are individual poor performers, address them privately. Don't do it in the group. Avoid singling out any individual in front of their peers. The third step. First step, you got the statistics. The second step, you present it to your staff. The third step, get your staff keeping daily and weekly KPIs so that they can see their performance against the newly established standards of care. Get the staff keeping a productivity spreadsheet of some sort. If you don't manage by statistics, you are not really managing. You are just putting out fires. By implementing your standards of care and consistently tracking performance, you'll ensure that your practice maintains high quality care and achieves excellent clinical outcomes and remains profitable. Remember, it is the consistency of applying these standards of care that leads to success. Next, you need to master your front desk call handling of patients who request to only be seen by you. It's not uncommon for new patients to request the owner specifically. This is often why owners end up seeing more patients than any other clinician in the practice. To manage this, you need to train your reception personnel on how they handle the phone call so that they handle these requests very effectively. So here's a script that works every single time. Joe is very involved in the day-to-day managing of the practice and has a very limited schedule, but fortunately he only hires the very best clinicians. And he has a firm policy that after 3 visits working with any of his other clinicians, if you're unhappy for any reason, Joe will figure out how to get you onto his limited schedule. This approach reassures patients about the quality of care they'll receive from your clinicians while also providing a safety net that builds trust. In practice, we found former patients or new patients requesting the owner never go back to the owner after the 3 visits. This method really frees up your time, allows you to focus on handling the practice, and ensures that your other clinicians are fully utilized. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to lock in your 5-hour admin block. So let's go over what that looks like. This thing is a game changer. Dedicate 5 hours each week during the work week, during normal business hours, to get on top of your business. Here's how you can effectively implement this crucial time block. Set a fixed, unyielding block of time. Work out a fixed time that's unyielding where you'll work on your executive actions. This should be a singular 5-hour block. This dedicated time should be free of any clinical responsibilities such as doing your notes and other documentation. The activities you want to focus on during the 5-hour block would be stat analysis, proper handlings based on the statistics. You want to review and analyze key performance stats of individual staff members so that the practice is on track. Any promotional actions while working on strategies to attract new patients and retain the existing ones that you already have, right? Like, how do I get patients to come back when care is needed? And how do I get them to refer their friends and family? You want to create company policy and develop and refine the policies that you already have to guide your practice operations. You want to work on long-term planning so that you're planning for future growth and direction of your practice. You want to deal with financial planning where you focus on financial strategies that will increase your income, such as investments, promotion, personnel, and other training. Now you want to post and communicate your schedule. You want to make sure that it's understood. You want to write it down, the days and the times, and post it on your office door if you need to, so that people know when they need to leave you alone and when they can actually walk in and bother you. So you want to stay focused to avoid the clinical task. During that time, you don't engage with any clinical task at all. You start using this time to catch up on notes or other PT responsibilities. You are not truly wearing your executive hat at all. By consistently dedicating this time to work on executive actions, you'll be able to implement changes effectively and ultimately gain more freedom and distance from the day-to-day clinical tasks. This focused time is crucial for making the little changes that lead to massive success.